everyone. Welcome to Learn with Fun. In this playlist, we are going to learn HTML, and this is the first video of the playlist. But before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to Learn with Fun and press the bell icon. By pressing the bell icon, you will get a notification whenever I will upload the video, and that way you will get to see my videos first. So now, once you have subscribed to Learn with Fun and you have pressed the bell icon, let's get started. So guys, let me tell you, HTML is a part of web development and it is usually used in that only. But before we learn about web development and HTML, let's first learn what is web. So we've often heard our friends say that if you're not able to answer this question, then you can check the web. But let's exactly learn what web is. So now web is actually a hypertext system. Now what is a hypertext? Let's know that. Hypertext means a form of text in which documents can refer or link to other documents and resources. This simply means that if we have one kind of document and we want to link it with another kind of document, we can use certain kinds of text to represent and link these two or three items. And it could, of course, not be limited to three, there can be a lot of items. Now, whenever we link these items together, let's say they may be resources, they may be any service or documents, images, videos, anything, and once we link them, there is a huge structure that is created. You have heard of spiders, right? So just like how spiders spin a web, a similar kind of a structure is created due to so many links. And that is why it was named as web. Interesting, right? Now this was something about the web. Let's learn how web actually works. So this could be a website that you could visit in your free time. Now this website has been portioned into three parts. The first is the header, the green portion we can see on the top. The second is another portion to the left which is a little smaller and it could be showing categories, and the right portion has some boxes in it. And those boxes include some kind of text and an image. Now this could be maybe a fashion wear site. So here the heading would be written, right? And on the left there could be categories. It may be western wear, Indian wear, formal wear, anything, right? And on the right, over this portion, there could be the products and the product names would be listed here. The photographs could be listed here and the text could be here. But now, wait a minute. How do we get these photographs here? Are they stored in our computer? No. The photographs and all the documents and resources that you see on the website are not there on your local computer. They are stored on a server. And once you visit a website, you get the data from the server and then you are able to see the website. Ultimately, to get the data from the server and to display it properly on your computer, HTML is used. So everywhere and everything that we see on a website that uses HTML to display all the data that is kept on the server on your local computer. Now, what HTML does is it gives a reference, it gives a link to your personal computer as to where the image is stored in the server. So that is the work of HTML. And how this exactly happens with the server? Let's check it out. So now on the right we have a server. So all the data is stored on the server. And on the left we have the client. Now client is any computer device or any machinery that is going to view a website. It could be a phone, it could be your PC, it could be your laptop, anything. It could be anything. So now the client requests for the website from the server. Now server gets the request of the client, approves it and responds the server with a code. That's it? No, that's not it. Because the code which is being sent cannot be directly displayed on the computer, right? It won't be in a human readable format. So how to convert it into a human readable format so that the website doesn't look like it is from Mars? That's where the work of a browser comes in. Now you've heard of browsers. There is Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, Internet Explorer, and many more. These are just a few that I named. So, as I said, the client would request the server for the website and the server would respond with the code. Now, this code is read by the browser and then it gets displayed to the user. So, the browser does the main job here. It converts the code into a human readable format so that we can clearly see the code and see how it is working, right? Ultimately, the job of the code is to become a medium for communication between a computer and a human being. So that's how the communication between a client and a server takes place. Once we're done with that part, let's check out the next thing. Now, the next thing is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. In this playlist, we are going to cover HTML. In some other playlist, we are also going to cover CSS and JavaScript. So don't worry about it. I will be giving a short introduction about these HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These are used for web development. Now, how are these used? And let me tell you guys, all these three are used together. So you don't have an option to choose either of these, but you have to combine three of these, and that's how you will be able to make a working website. Now, HTML provides structure to your website, CSS provides beauty, and JavaScript provides working. Confused? No issues. I'll explain you with an example. We'll take the example of a mobile phone. The structure of the mobile phone is somewhat like this as shown in the picture. It has a metal case, and inside that metal case there are a lot of chips, batteries, and whatnot, right? So that is the structure of a mobile phone. Now, how do you add beauty to it? Maybe you put a lamination on it, or you have a cover on it, or you paint it, or maybe you just buy it in a color that you like, right? So that's how you add beauty to a mobile phone. Now you have the hardware of a mobile phone, you have a cover, but it is still of no good use if you can't watch YouTube videos on it, right? So it must be working, right? So to make a mobile phone working, we need an operating system. So the operating systems could be iOS or Android. That totally depends on the user. But for the working, there has to be an operating system. So corresponding to this example, HTML provides structure to the website just like the hardware does for a phone. CSS provides beauty to the website just like a phone cover does to a phone. And JavaScript provides working to your website just like an operating system does. We will get to know about them in detail in further videos. And just don't think that it is too complicated. No one becomes successful in just one day. It takes time and be patient. So let's talk a little more about HTML. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. We've already heard of hypertext and now you can understand why it is called as Hypertext Markup Language. Think about it and let me know in the comment section below. Now, HTML is also a standard markup language for creating web pages. So that means it has a proper rule and structure. Of course, it defines the structure of a web page. So how everything is going to be displayed, where the images are going to be displayed, how are the paragraphs going to be displayed. All that thing is managed by HTML. Now, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. So CSS describes how elements are to be displayed. So all the colors on the website that you see, those are handled by CSS. Now JavaScript handles the behavior of the web pages. So the job of JavaScript is to define what action would take place. So if a user clicks on some particular button, then it has to go to some other web page. That is the job of JavaScript to make this possible. So these were the three pillars of web development: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So guys, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Learn with Fun. Keep learning and keep growing. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.